A first alert from Fond du Lac County. A 21-year-old man is pleading not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect in a June 29th trail attack. Prosecutors say targeted a woman walking with her young child. Investigators allege Miles Jaeger came up behind that victim on the Mascoutin State Trail, put a cloth toward her mouth, grabbed her by the neck, and broke her necklaces as she struggled and screamed before she was eventually able to escape and run home with her child to call for help. Jaeger remains in custody on $200,000 cash bond and is due back in court July 17th for a bail hearing. No trial date has been set.